Insight's launching in 16 hours. We're cutting it a little bit close here.
I know. We'll use him to bypass the DNA scans and access to helicarriers directly.
What? Are you crazy? That is a terrible, terrible idea.
Bucky Barnes, once a loyal friend to Captain America, now one of the most complex characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From his tragic past as a brainwashed assassin to his recent redemption arc in The Falcon and Winter Soldier, the Winter Soldier has captured the hearts of many fans worldwide. With his gritty fighting style and a look that's as iconic as his story, the Winter Soldier has become a standard character in the MCU. But what exactly makes him so popular? Let's start with the look. Bucky's cybernetic arm is more than just a weapon. It's become a symbol of his dual identity. The sleek, polished design of the arm highlights both his strength and emotional weight of his past. As the Winter Soldier, he's the perfect mixture of human and machine, and his arm is a reminder of his transformation under Hydra's control. It's powerful, dangerous, and one of the most visually striking elements of his character. Beyond the arm, his tactical gear tells us so much about who he is. This isn't the bright, flashy armor of a superhero. Bucky's military-inspired outfit is practical and efficient. The dark, muted tones of his costume emphasize his role as a covert operative, someone meant to blend into the shadows rather than stand out like the Avengers. His outfit represents his identity as a soldier, but also as a man forced into battle by circumstances beyond his control. And then there's the mask. When Bucky first appeared as the Winter Soldier, his mask looked as a layer of mystery and menace. The long hair, the hidden face, it all serves to make him seem more like a weapon than a person, stripping him of his humanity. But this look isn't just for show. It's a visual representation of how Bucky's true self was buried under layers of control and manipulation by Hydra. The long hair and mask gave the Winter Soldier an unmaskable, intimidating presence. But as his journey progresses, so does his look. By the Falcon and Winter Soldier, the mask is gone and Bucky's appearance becomes less about hiding and more about reclaiming who he is. His more rugged, soldier-like appearance reflects his attempt to move forward, to reconcile his past with who he's trying to become. The change in his appearance shows that he's not hiding anymore. He's facing the world head-on. These visual elements combine to tell a story, and that's why fans are so drawn to the Winter Soldier's look. It's functional, it's striking, and it perfectly reflects the struggle between the weapon Hydra created and the man who's fighting to regain control. Then, Bucky's fighting style is another crucial part of what makes him so compelling. His combat approach is brutal, efficient, and entirely tactical. Every movement is precise and there's no wasted energy. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, we see Bucky engage in close-quarters combat that's not only intense but incredibly grounded. Whether he's using his fists, his metal arm, or a weapon, every strike is calculated to neutralize his opponent as quickly as possible. His metal arm plays a key role in his combat style. It gives him superhuman strength, allowing him to overcome enemies effortlessly. But more than that, it's a strategic tool in battle. He uses it to block incoming attacks, break through barriers, and deliver devastating blows. The arm makes him a nearly unstoppable force in hand-to-hand combat, and its sheer power adds to the intensity of every fight scene. But Bucky isn't just a brawler. His military background shines through his use of firearms and tactical maneuvers. As the Winter Soldier, he is a trained assassin, capable of using whatever weapons are at his disposal to gain the upper hand. His expertise with guns, knives, and even his environment makes him one of the most dangerous characters in the MCU. Whether he's on a mission to take out a target or a high-stakes fight for survival, Bucky's tactical mind is always at work. In the films like Civil War and Infinity War, we see him continue to rely on the same brutal tactical combat techniques, but now he's fighting for a cause he believes in. His fights are just as intense, but there's more weight behind them. They are not just about survival, they are about redemption. Fans love the Winter Soldier's fighting style because it's grounded, raw, and incredibly effective. It's not about flashy moves or showmanship. It's about getting the job done with ruthless precision. Every fight scene with Bucky is a showcase of how dangerous and skilled he is. But there's more to Bucky than just his look and fighting skills. His appearance and combat style tell us a deeper story. A story of a man struggling to reclaim his identity after being used as a weapon. Bucky's evolution from a brainwashed assassin to a man seeking redemption is one of the most compelling arcs in the MCU, and it's reflected in every aspect of his character. In The Winter Soldier, Bucky is hidden behind a mask, both literally and figuratively. He's an enigma, a threat lurking in the shadows. But as his story unfolds, we see the mask come off, both in terms of his appearance and his character. By Infinity War and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Bucky is no longer just a weapon. He's a man who's trying to atone for his past and make sense of the trauma he endured. His struggle with PTSD and his attempt to move past the brainwashing that controlled him for so long make Bucky one of the most relatable characters in the MCU. His combat skills and iconic look might draw people in, but it's humanity, the man behind the Winter Soldier, that keeps fans invested. His journey to rediscover himself, to make amends, is something that resonates with a lot of people. Bucky's appearance and fighting style are just outward expressions of the internal conflict he faces. Fans love him not just because he is a badass in combat, but he's a character who's trying to find his way back to the man he used to be. The Winter Soldier has become a fan favorite, not just because of his tragic story, but because of how cool he looks and fights. His unique style has inspired countless cosplays, fan art, and discussions within the Marvel community. Fans across the world have embraced the Winter Soldier's look and fighting style, making him one of the most popular characters in the MCU. Whether it's his brutal combat scenes or his emotional journey, Bucky Barnes continues to captivate audiences in every appearance. And there you have it, an exploration of why we love the Winter Soldier. Let us know in the comment section what's your most favorite thing about the character, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, stay enthusiastic.